Welcome to Season 2 of California Spirits by Kara. In this episode, I'm going to review The Conjuring Last Rites and talk about Matt Rife's new ghostly business. The Conjuring Last Rites, a final farewell to fiction as horror finds new life in reality. Review: The Conjuring Last Rites, The Final Haunting, The Conjuring Last Rites, released on September 5th, 2025. Marks the emotional and eerie conclusion to the Warren cinematic saga. Critics gave it a mixed but solid response, with a 62% Rotten Tomatoes score placing it above The Devil Made Me Do It, 56%, and Annabelle, 28%. But below the original Conjuring films, many praised its emotional core and the performances of Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, who deliver a heartfelt farewell to their iconic roles. However, some critics noted its lack of originality, an over-reliance on dramatic plot turns, and departure from the subtle chills the franchise once built its reputation on. The film's shattered horror franchise records, earning $83 million. Domestically, the biggest opening ever for The Conjuring and a record for horror in 2025. Globally, it raked in up to $187 to $194 million, claiming the title of the biggest horror premiere of the year. In the Philippines and India, it set multiple local records, showcasing the franchise's international strength. One cultural moment stood out. In a theater near the Texas-Mexico border, a bishop blessed screamings with holy water and prayer cards, a ceremony that resonated with local audiences and underscored the franchise's spiritual undertones. As a franchise finale, Last Rites packs emotional weight and impressive visuals, bolstered by strong leads and real stakes. But while it is impactful, its heightened drama and predictable pacing may leave hardcore fans craving the chilling restraint and atmospheric dread of the franchise as early entries. The real-life side story: Matt Rife becomes the new keeper of Annabelle in a twist straight from horror lore. Comedian Matt Rife, with partner Alton Castee, recently purchased the real-life home of Ed and Lorraine Warren in Monroe, Connecticut, the famed location that housed their occult museum. Rife and Castee have become the legal guardians, not outright owners, of the Annabelle doll and approximately 750 haunted artifacts from the Warrens' collection for the next 5 years. Their plan? To reopen the house as a museum and offer overnight paranormal experiences. Turning a page in the real-world history behind the films, Rife has openly acknowledged the potential supernatural dangers, yet frames the venture as preserving a haunting piece of paranormal history. When fiction meets haunted reality, imagine reading this review. The Warrens lay their final case to rest, at least on screen in The Conjuring Last Rites, a finale bathed in dread and sentiment. Meanwhile, off-screen, a comedian steps into the real Warren shadows, claiming guardianship of the eerie artifacts that inspired the films. Finality versus legacy. As the on-screen story concludes, the real legacy lives on. Matt Rife becomes a caretaker for the actual Annabelle and the artifacts that fueled the myths. Fiction brought to life. The horror that once seemed confined to cinema is now tangible. Visitors can physically walk through those haunted halls, blurring boundaries between art and history. Eerie continuity. While Ed and Lorraine Warren retire on film, their world continues, inviting thrill seekers to live the legend. Would you visit the Warrens' house? Don't touch anything. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.